Aloha class of 1970. I can't believe it's been 40 years since we went to school together, and I'm so looking forward to spending some time with you guys. I know we see each other from time to time, a few of us, but to have all of us in one place is awesome. And so, imua, let's go forward to reunion week. I wanted to talk to you a bit about our kuleana. You know, many of us enjoyed our years at Kamehameha, and you're going to hear a lot of stories about that. I could tell you my own, but I won't go into that, because I want to tell you the story of Bernice Pauahi Bishop and how much she meant to us and the gift she gave to us. Because our education and our lives and our families' lives and everything that we're doing today is because of our time together and because of Kamehameha Schools. And so I wanted to talk to you about our kuleana of giving back. We have an outstanding class. We have such an outstanding class that we have the top endowment in the Keali'i Pauahi Foundation. That is awesome. We have about $70,000 now in our endowment, and we are the biggest endowment. So mai ka'iloa, you guys have done a wonderful job. And it didn't start too long ago, actually. 20 years ago, we decided to have our scholarship fund. And so at that time, the 20th year reunion, we raised $20,000, which was mai ka'i, because it was the foundation or the seed by which our endowment grew. And then in 2005, again, we raised money for our endowment, and 24% of us participated in that, and we got that endowment up to $60,000, and today it's $70,000. So that endowment has funded scholarships for 34 Native Hawaiian students, and those young people are out in the world doing Pauahi's good and being industrious in that. It's been amazing, and so I want to thank every single one of you, everyone, for not only providing their kala and their money, but also doing your community service and everything that you've done. It's been so much fun showing up at some of our community events and either serving food or cutting food for the homeless or serving food to the kupuna at Lunalula Home. It's been fabulous. So we now have another chance in our 40th year reunion to raise more money for our endowment. And I'm suggesting that this year, being that it's the 40th, that we go 40 for 40, so $40,000 raised this year for our endowment, which will bring us to $110,000 that we can provide in scholarships for Native Hawaiian students across the state. And that's awesome. So we've done a wonderful job of raising the money, and we've changed lives. We've changed lives with those students that we've given the money to. And we've started out with just giving the money to Kamehameha Schools students, and some of those students have been our ohana. But then, several years ago, we decided to expand the scholarship and not just give to Kamehameha students, but give to Hawaiian students in general. Because I think many of us realized at the time that there are a lot of Hawaiians that never, ever go through the school doors that we go through, never board our buses like we did, never sleep in our dorms like we did. And so we wanted to be able to reach out to those Native Hawaiian students, and we are. So we thank all of you for your contributions, and that decision was pono. So now what we're doing is we're raising additional money for all of the Native Hawaiian students. And I wanted to just share with you why we're reaching out so broadly to all Native Hawaiians. Here's the reality. There are 75,000 Native Hawaiian students between kindergarten and 12th grade. And that's a lot of students. And yet on our campuses, we serve 5,400 every year. And we serve them extremely well. But 75,000 and 5,000, there's a big gap between those of us who get a Kamehameha School education and all the rewards around that, and those that don't. And many of the students who don't come through our doors are in public schools, and many of those public schools are not doing well. And so the notion of us creating a scholarship that can help all Native Hawaiian students, not just our own, is really important and is so consistent with where Kamehameha Schools is going. You'd be proud of your schools to know that not only do we fund our campuses and our preschools, but this past year, We spent over $90 million in community, helping the public schools, helping preschools in community, many of your neighborhoods, because that's where Native Hawaiians are, and that's where we have to serve. So I ask you as my classmates to join me in our 40th reunion and in raising $40,000 for those scholarships. I thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you at reunion. Aloha.